Thank you guys, and God bless you.
ARMC just received Level 1 Trauma Center verification by the American College of Surgeons.
It means that all of these services at the hospital are able to work together in a timely fashion to take a patient from the doorway to the definitive care place. We were Level 2 prior to this. By achieving Level 1 status, we've become a center that doesn't have to transfer any patients out to provide life-saving care.
It is well known as the county hospital that serves the Inland Empire region with high quality medical care, but also a great place to train future physicians and future nurses.
We developed a program, actually just a partnership with our local hospitals to go out and teach them about trauma. It's a phone call, and then we'll set a classroom for their physicians and ER nurses. And we're more than happy to go and provide this education, because our goal is to provide optimal care for all of our patients, not only in our hospital, but in the outside hospitals as well.
So I think having education in addition to being able to deliver high quality care, that's what I think makes this hospital a very special place.
San Bernardino County has always been the biggest, and once again, we're the best. Under the Board of Supervisors' visionary leadership, we earned an incredible 160 Achievement Awards from the National Association of Counties in 2023, winning more than any other county for the second year in a row. There are more than 3,000 counties in the United States, and San Bernardino County continues to stand above them all in terms of accolades for innovation, efficiency, and public service. This year, we were honored for streamlining staff training for our homeless point-in-time count, hosting 32 animal adoption events leading to more than 1,600 pet adoptions, making building inspections easier, keeping residents well-informed and safe following the El Dorado flood, teaching children the importance of good oral health, providing reentry support to vulnerable clients following incarceration, enabling local job seekers to succeed in their careers, increasing access to healthy foods for county residents, unveiling our Curtain of Courage Memorial. And this is just a sample of the 160 national awards that San Bernardino County earned for the services we provide to our residents and visitors. Thank you to our county employees for making this recognition possible.
Hi, my name is Angel. I am an enrichment specialist here at the San Bernardino County, specifically at the War Animal Shelter. For the whole day, I get to spend time and walk them, feed them, and play with them, and just improve their quality of life. I do enjoy being around animals. I grew up with them. I have had dogs my whole life, and cats as well. First thing I do, I normally just clean the play yard or the catering room for the cats and dogs. And then I'll check my list to see what dogs are available to do enrichments. From there, I'm just taking one by one throughout the 10 hours that I work here. And I just spend time with them, feed them, play with them, walk them. But since right now it's summer, it's very hot, so we just play in the play yard and we're at the pool out there. What I like is that I meet new pets every day. I bond with them, make them adoptable, find them a new home. Especially when it comes to aggressive or shy dogs. They typically change when we provide these enrichments for them. Once they do get adopted, that's the best feeling. When you make a difference, such as changing their personality, they're gonna be adopted one day just because they're a happy animal. What makes me happy being working with this staff is that our main goal is to get these animals adopted. If you just love being around animals, this is the perfect job for you as well.
I personally always play ball with Levi. Cody always plays ball with Nolan. And then we have Sonia, who is upset if she doesn't get two buddies. There will be special requests on the field, like, no, you're my buddy, and then sometimes they get in arguments. And Miracle League is a baseball league for people with special needs. Our role is to go down there and be their buddy. Whatever they need, help getting around the bases because they're in a wheelchair, assistance hitting the ball, throwing the ball. It's our job to make sure that nobody gets hurt. Everybody there is just having a good time. Both teams are rooting for each other. There's really no competition. There's no outs. Everybody's just there to have fun. It's just a really neat program to be a part of. 6 o'clock is game time. They'll do a national anthem. We buddy up with our players. Sometimes you have no choice in the matter. They come up to you and you are my buddy.
You want to be my
Absolutely.
buddy? Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're with them the whole time. So he hits the ball, you're running with him to the first, second, third. It's all about getting out into the community that we serve. We will run into some of the players at the grocery store, on medical aids. They'll instantly, we'll recognize each other and talk about, when the next season is coming out. A lot of our players obviously have some medical issues, and we've gone to their houses on medical aids to already have the relationship. We already know each other. The parents already know us. It is a lot different than just going into someone's house that you don't know.
I grew up in this area, and there were not programs that made kids with disabilities feel normal. So this is like a normal thing. This is baseball. We started in May of 2013. Fire and EMS and police guys are heroes. For our players to have the fire department come out and help them and be their best friend for a night, that's huge. It's awesome.
It's so beautiful being able to see the parents come together and being able to hang out and communicate with each other. Being able to see the joy on the faces. There's literally never a bad day when I come to Miracle League.
We've had the opportunity to invest the town resources into Brimfield. They're used to the field. There's a lot of comfort that comes from that. Yeah, it's been a real blessing to us in the community, and you can see the participation here. The bleachers are full every night. That's the thing I dig about it.
Throw it to Nolan. Throw it to Nolan. Nolan, throw it in.
Closely by Andrea.
Bud.
He hasn't said many of his one-liners. He's famous for saying, if somebody's really swinging at it, he'll be like,
he's chopping broccoli. He's chopping broccoli.
I'm definitely invested in this community. It feels like home. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love it. All right, dude.
What's in there?
We brought gifts.
Oh!
Right?
Finally a hat.
Finally, right? I'm Zach Taylor, I'm the captain with San Bernardino County Fire Department here in Yucca Valley, and I'm proud to serve you.
Good job.
Today we are at the newly completed Birch Creek Bridge in Oak Glen. This project demonstrates the county commitment to disaster preparedness and disaster response. When Tropical Storm Hillary came through, it completely inundated this creek and destroyed the bridge.
The prior bridge crossing was a smaller 12x6 box culvert, which was heavily damaged by large boulders that came down the burn scar area. Our engineering department put together a quick project to replace the destroyed structure with two 10x10 precast boxes.
I'm extremely proud of our crews and our engineering teams for finding an innovative solution to replacing and repairing this bridge.
These two precast boxes tremendously improved the ability of water and debris to flow underneath the roadway. The project started in mid-September, and we're standing here now on the brand new bridge, which has been opened prior to Thanksgiving.
So often county projects get held up during design, or because of environmental concerns or material lead time. And this project, we were able to complete it in record time.
We have been cleaning channels and installing mitigation measures like K-Rail in preparation for the upcoming winter season. We have cameras in place to monitor the area remotely and have pre-positioned barricades and equipment to close down roads quickly and begin the cleanup process as soon as the storm is over.
With the reopening of this road, visitors and residents now have full access to their homes and local businesses.
Do you own a property in San Bernardino County? You may be owed a property tax refund. To find out if you have a refund, please visit the ATC website at sbcountyatc.gov. On the left side of the website, click Unclaimed Tax Refund Search. You can search for an unclaimed property tax refund by parcel number or street address. For example, if your address is 123 Palm Street, only enter 123 Palm in the search bar. There is no need to enter street, avenue, lane, or any other portion of your address. If you have an unclaimed refund, the bill number, parcel number, situs address, refund amount, and a link to the form will appear on screen. If you don't have a refund, you'll be notified of that as well. To request a claim form, click Form on the left-hand side of the screen, and the refund information will show on the next screen. If the mailing address is correct, click Yes and enter your name, email address, and phone number. If the mailing address is not correct, click No and complete the form, including where you want the form to be mailed. Your request will be processed in the order it was received, and the appropriate claim form will be mailed to the address provided. If you have any questions, please call 909-382-3090.
Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid being made in somebody's garage or their home, not controlled. It's 50 times more powerful than heroin and 100 times more powerful than morphine.
Stop the Void is a California nonprofit corporation dedicated to educating and raising awareness in our communities about the scourge of fentanyl. We started this organization because I lost my own son, Daniel Puerta, who was only 16 and a half years old when he passed away due to fentanyl poisoning. Due to the stigma of addiction and overdose, most parents feel that this could never happen to them. And I'm truly sorry, but it can.
San Bernardino County started with the Fentanyl Doesn't Care, But We Do campaign. Fentanyl doesn't care if you're a mother, a father, a son, a daughter, a coworker, a friend. It just doesn't care. But we do in the county of San Bernardino, and that's why we created this campaign to bring awareness to the community.
San Bernardino County and Stop the Void have partnered together. Come to San Bernardino County website, Department of Behavioral Health, look at what all the resources that they have, and make sure that you speak to your children. Numbers just came out for 2022, and it's north of 109,800 drug deaths in the United States. Roughly 77% of all of those drug deaths were due to fentanyl. This is why this message and this campaign is so, so important. If you think that it can't happen to you, think twice.
Good morning. I would like to call this meeting to order and thank you all for being here today. Our Pledge of Allegiance and invocation will be presented by the 4th District today.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, I'll pass on our congratulations to our colleague for a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Joe. And we have a Pastor Joe here today as well, which is great. Pastor Joe McTarsney is the senior pastor at Calvary Montclair Church, a non-denomination church. He started at Montclair Calvary Church in November 2016 and has been in this position for 7 years. He served as youth pastor at Calvary Chapel, Chino Valley for 21 years. Pastor McTarsney holds a master's degree in counseling from Liberty University. He was the former chaplain for the Chino Valley Fire Department for 9 years as well, and is currently the chaplain for Montclair Police Department for the last 5 years. He stays very busy in his community. He lives in Chino with his wife, Diane, for 25 years, has 2 children, a 20-year-old Joshua and 20-year-old Caitlin. Pastor Joe, please join us. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Good morning, Board of Supervisors, and good morning, people of our county of San Bernardino. Please join me in prayer. Father, we come before you, and we first want to thank you for all the people that make up our San Bernardino County. We ask you that you provide mercy to them and keep them safe today. We thank you for our County Board of Supervisors and their leadership. Please keep them healthy and strong. May they never grow weary while doing good for others. We also pray for them as they make decisions. May they be honoring unto you. May they call upon you to receive your wisdom and guidance. I thank you that you're faithful to hear and receive our prayers today. I pray this in the name of Jesus. Amen. At this time, would you please place your right hand over your heart and repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pastor.
We will now move on to our memorial adjournments. We will start with Supervisor Hagman.
None today, Madam Chair.
All right, Supervisor Baca? None. Supervisor Armendariz? All right, and I would like to adjourn in memory of David Zilk, who was from Redlands and passed away unexpectedly on September 19th at the age of 77. David was the father of one of our own employees, Ashley Cordova. David was a 4th-generation Redlander. He was an Air Force veteran and a CPA who owned his own accounting firm in Redlands. David had a heart for service and spent much of his time volunteering for the Optimist Club and the YMCA. And our hearts go out to Ashley and her family. And with that, we will move on to our special presentations. This morning, it is my pleasure to formally recognize county departments and employees who have earned a record-breaking total of 200 achievement awards from the National Association of Counties. Each year, NACO recognizes innovation in county government programs in 18 categories ranging from arts and culture to historic preservation to volunteer management programs. Once again, San Bernardino County has won more NACO awards than any other county in the nation for the 3rd year in a row. We would like to watch a video. We have a video highlighting the award-winning programs and services.
San Bernardino County has always been the biggest, and once again, we're the best. This year, we earned an incredible 200 achievement awards from the National Association of Counties, winning more than any other county for the 3rd year in a row. There are more than 3,000 counties in the United States, and San Bernardino County continues to stand above them all in terms of accolades for innovation, efficiency, and public service. Under the Board of Supervisors' leadership, we were honored this year for making it easier to adopt a new pet, raising awareness of the dangers of fentanyl, bringing Wi-Fi connectivity to Ayala Park, safeguarding employee emails from phishing scams, cleaning up our communities, rebuilding the Birch Creek Culvert Crossing with storm readiness in mind, launching the County Museum's new and improved website, inspiring the next generation of county employees, improving access to health care records, supporting production of new housing units through a housing development fund, And this is just a sample of the 200 national awards that San Bernardino County earned for the services we provide to our residents and visitors.
Congratulations. That is a fantastic video and effort. On behalf of the Board of Supervisors, I congratulate this year's awardees and would like to invite one representative from each of the winning departments to join us in the well for a photo, please. Again, congratulations to you all. We appreciate all that hard work. We will now move on to reports from County Council. Tom.
Thank you, Madam Chair. There are no reportable items from closed session.
All right, and reports from our CEO, Luther.
Good morning, Madam Chair. Nothing to report this morning.
All right, individual board member comments. Supervisor Hagman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, first of all, I want to thank Land Use Services for recently holding an open house at the Chino Branch Library to serve the residents of the 4th District. We also opened a Holiday Rock recently celebrated converting their entire fleet to renewable natural gas, partly made possible by grants from the Carl Mower program ordered by South Coast AQMD. This program allows replacement of heavy-duty off-road or on-road vehicles. So if you own and operate heavy-duty vehicles and looking to change to green technology, contact South Coast AQMD for additional information. Thank you everyone who attended our shredding event on September 28th. We served 346 residents and shredded 2.5 tons of paper. We started this a while back for identity theft, and it's one of our more popular district events. November 2nd, my office will hold a Veterans Resource event to answer questions about claims and benefits. So come on out if you're a veteran on November 2nd. Ontario Airport, the California Science Center recently opened an immersive space in Terminal 4, which is currently showcasing Help Forest, a highlight of the ecosystems exhibit wing at the California Science Center. And lastly, IHP was certified as a great place to work for the 4th year in a row. Congratulations to IHP for receiving such a prestigious recognition, as well as a 4-star rating we just got. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Very good. Thank you. Supervisor Baca.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. You know, a couple weeks ago as a LAFCO commissioner, one of the things we did is we approved connection of sewer for a project in the Bloomington community. So very, very excited about that project. And one of the reasons why we're excited about it, it's going to bring some economic development to the community, but also what we did is we had a contest within our Bloomington community to allow the community to name the plaza. So some members of our Girl Scouts, one of our local troops actually named the plaza, the Cedar Avenue Plaza. So it's good to have community participation in that, and most of all, look forward to the economic development. Another thing, just want to thank Sheriff Shannon Dykes and the Sheriff's Department. Last year, we had the community unveiling of 2 new deputies in the Muscoy community. It's very, very exciting, and we had it at the Muscoy Elementary School, and the community were willing to embrace our sheriffs and deputies. They are so excited, and it was a great event, and want to thank all the deputies that were there. And we got to introduce our 2 new deputies in the Muscoy community, so it's just a good thing for our community, especially, want to thank the Sheriff's Department for allowing us to expand deputy service in our unincorporated pockets. And the last thing, just want to highlight is, here in these chambers, we had our College and Career Readiness Day. Wanted to thank, all the county departments that were here that participated. We had, County and Superintendent Alejandra here and 3 of our local superintendents here to give words of inspiration. But it was great to really expose our government center to these 300 students, which probably never would ever come to this government center. But it's great to see them here. I want to thank our county departments for exposing them to many, many employment opportunities. One of the things we never talk about for our young men and women is we don't talk about working for government, whether it's the county of San Bernardino. We talk about 23,000 employees, and that's great. The last thing, just want to congratulate, the staff, department heads, Luther and my colleagues here for, the NACO awards. I mean, that's a huge accomplishment. 3 years in a row. I think it's something we should be proud of as a governing agency. And just think about it. Every agenda item, we have about 50 to probably 130 items that get passed. And a lot of times, a lot of them don't get credit. They may be small things, but important and good work for this county. I'm very proud of, the colleagues up here, and we're doing good things. So appreciate staff and their commitment to our residents. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Supervisor Armendariz.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to start with a few weeks back, we had some tragedies in the 2nd District, and I want to just take a moment to thank DBH because right after those tragedies, we asked for help, and they stepped in right away. We were able to put together a safe talk program to help people deal with suicide. And everyone who knows me knows that mental health is an issue that I take very seriously, and I believe the County of San Bernardino takes it very seriously also. And I just want to, thank DBH for what they've done, and they were able to put on a program within a week. We had 67 young people trained, which means 67 lives that will forever be changed for the betterment of themselves, for the betterment of their friends, and for the betterment of their families. So I want to just once again say thank you to DBH for all you do because you were able to put that on. We also attended the Sheriff's Rodeo. I want to thank Sheriff Dykes and the Sheriff's Department for putting on such a great event. It's always great to see the community come together and how we can bring our law enforcement together with our community and just build better relationships. We did a ribbon cutting at the City Link, which was for the Water of Life City Link project, which is, I think I spoke about it last week, but it was a opportunity for our less fortunate who may be short of food, maybe short of housing. It's basically a wraparound service model that the City of Fontana and Water of Life Church and CityLink have came together. And I want to take a moment to thank Pastor Dan, Carol, Mark Noemi, all our county staff who showed up in support. This was truly a collective effort for us as the county and City of Fontana and our residents so that we could help those who could not help themselves. Also want to share that we, at the 2nd District, are officially opening our applications for our youth advisory. It'll be young people from the ages of 16 to 25 who live in the district who are interested in public service and local government. So if you want to apply, feel free to reach out to our website, and our staff will be contacting you. We also attended the 8th annual Chilling and Grilling event in the City of Fontana, hosted by the concerned citizens of North Fontana. It is a barbecue cook-off between the local organizations. The ones who participated this year was the Fontana Police Department and San Bernardino County Fire. And it was an opportunity for our local law enforcement to build trust and understanding with the community. So I look forward to always supporting those events. And we also attended the APTA conference in Anaheim, the American Public Transportation Association conference in Anaheim was last week. I'm a member of Omnitrans, and we were able to just take part in understanding the resources, the fundings, and all the mechanisms that are available in the county, and the new opportunities that are out there when it comes to transportation. So I want to thank our Aaron Rogers, our CEO of Omnitrans, for inviting me out there and learned a lot of stuff. So thank you, and that concludes my comments.
Thank you very much. As most of you know, the line fire flared back up again this past week, which caused another round of evacuations. We still have residents who are not yet in our homes, and as they begin to repopulate into their homes, they will find that they do not have power in some of those areas. So just wanted to thank all of our first responders, our county fire, county sheriff, Crescenta Office of Emergency Services, County Public Works. It is truly a team effort. There are many sleepless nights for those folks on the line up there. So thank you very much for all of your efforts. And to our displaced residents, we are here for you if we can help you at all. I wanted to highlight 2 agenda items on our consent calendar today. Item number 48, I want to commend Supervisor Hagman in using his discretionary funds to purchase drones for county fire as well as radios for the county library. I thought those were unique and worthy purchases, so thank you very much for that, Kurt. And then Prop 36, I wanted to call to folks' attention today as an agenda item number 18. And Prop 36 is an important proposition on our ballots this year where we have an opportunity to vote for something that will allow felony charges and increases in sentences for certain drug and theft crimes. And that initiative will make a big difference here in our county. We have always said that we are supportive of law enforcement, but some of the things that have happened at the state have crippled the hands here locally, and Prop 36 will hopefully unwind that. So thank you to my colleagues for putting that on today's agenda. And happy birthday, Supervisor Baca. So, and with that, we will, Linda, do we have any agenda revisions or additions to today?
Good morning, Madam Chair. No, I do not have any changes today. Thank you.
All right. If a board member has any conflicts of interest to disclose regarding an item on the agenda, now would be the time to do so. All right, seeing none, we will move on to our consent calendar, which today consists of items number 2 through 52. We have a variety of folks wishing to speak on this. We will begin with, how about Noretta Barker? And Noretta will be followed by Karen Slowbaum. Good morning, Noretta. When you start to reach the end of the 3 minutes, it'll flash yellow and then red when you get to the end of the 3 minutes.
I'll be quick. Good morning. Thank you for allowing me to speak for a moment. We came in to talk about agenda item 31 with the parking and stuff. We're 100% for getting that shored up, getting our first responders in and out as easily as possible. They do a fabulous job. And so really supportive of that, and also of a possible park and ride there on the north side of Cajon Court. And I don't know if that's feasible, if that's what we're going to be doing. But if we do that, we'd like it to be accessible for the public, safe, clean, and my partners will have a little bit more to say about that. But again, thank you for letting me be here, and thank you for the moment up here.
Thank you, Narada. Karen Slowbaum, who will be followed by Darcy Clapp.
Hi, yes, my name is Karen Slowbaum. I'm a DeVore resident, and we're all for the agenda item. I believe that's 31. Just to bring it to you guys' attention that when the no parking goes up, there are park and ride people that have been using that since I was a little girl. So as long as I can remember, there are people that have been using that to commute. And so that's what we were talking about. If there's by any chance that there can be a more official park and ride in that area, we provided you some documents to kind of outline that to help you kind of identify. I know that's really hot commercial area, you guys, we get that. But these people do try to commute. You guys, anything we can do to keep people off the streets, and that's been used for many, many years. But to be done in a way where they're not overnighting, or if there's a 24-hour limit, semi trucks can't be there, have some kind of rules and regulations, but that would be a nice additive since we're going to possibly take it away. I'm not exactly sure where all the red lines and the no parking, because like I said, we're all for that, and we're asking you guys, and thank you so much for hearing us, because they've been overstepping their parking, some of those businesses there, so it's going to make it a lot safer, but maybe you guys could consider that and give that back to the commuters, the community, and people that ride share. So thank you again, and thanks for hearing us.
Thank you very much. Darcy Clapp, who will be followed by Joanne Jennis.
Thank you all, supervisors. I provided a little packet for you, and the top of the packet, the parcel is actually owned by the Department of Transportation from the San Bernardino County. So the idea is, on page number 3, we understand that that little nugget at the end is a very, very valuable piece of property. We're not talking about that. We're talking about getting the commuters. There's a lot of commuters that come down 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning and then leave. We understand that there is a cluster mess regarding a trucking company. They block off our only business, which is Jerry's Diner. You can't see them. There's trucks up and down. There was trucks when we left today. So we understand that CAL FIRE needs to get in and out. They need to come in and they need to back in. It needs to be free. We understand that. But we also have to keep in mind, where are we going to put these commuters? They're coming in from the high desert to go to their jobs, but we're the knuckle there. So part of this parcel, page number 3 and beyond, is dirt. So we are asking the supervisors if they could use that dirt, blacktop it, make it so that it's a not overnight parking. There has to be per tonnage or per weight that can't park there, but a place that is accessible, cheap, it's dirt, and really it's not usable land past that little kind of triangle when it comes to DeVore Road and Cajon. I hope that you can see this on the aerial maps. There's also one that's green, kind of holding up. It's this part here that's the valuable part, and the rest is just simply dirt. So we're trying to get our commuters, your commuters from the high desert, to their jobs, provide something, because if you put everything that you're supposed to as red, they have no place to park. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Darcy, we have received this. It does say San Bernardino County Transportation. I think it might be what's missing the word authority in there. And if it is, we'll get it over to SBCTA in terms of the ownership for discussion. Thank you. Joanne Jennis, followed by Garth Pazant.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joanne Jennis, and I live in the city of Chino Hills. I'm glad to see 36 on the agenda. I'm back to give you an update on my son's situation and why I think a yes vote on Prop 36 is so important. This may be repetitive for some, but there might be some fresh airs in the house today. My son is 29 years old, a meth drug addict, been living under a bridge in a flood channel for 2 years now. He struggles with ADHD and Asperger's and continues to refuse any help from SWAG, En-ROADS, and Hope Outreach Team. Between the long-term use of meth and the effects of living on the street, he's showing signs of mental deficit. These deficits aren't severe enough to meet the guideline requirements for Laura's Law or CARE Act. He's also not considered gravely disabled because he's still eating and drinking. Since July 2023, a little over a year now, he's been arrested 21 times for possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. Each time has resulted in him being cited and released after a few hours in jail, and then he returns back to his encampment to use more drugs. Since the last time I was here in August, one of his arrests was due to him being under the influence and starting a fire under the bridge, which was a bit alarming to hear. We believe he lit the fire to try and stay warm. Again, he was cited and released. His crimes have been considered low-level misdemeanor offenses because of the current law, Prop 47. He now knows what he can get away with no accountability, nothing being accomplished, and no consequences. So how do you help these broken, homeless drug addicts like my son get off the streets when they refuse help, don't qualify for mental health programs, and they keep going through our criminal justice system's revolving door? Prop 36, if it passes, could be that magic bullet. Basically, it would force my son and others like him to choose between a mandatory rehab or being incarcerated upon a third arrest for controlled substance. Rehab would be a wiser choice, but whatever he chooses will be better than him living on the streets with the chance of him overdosing again. He survived an overdose of fentanyl in 2021. Thank you for bringing this proposition to the agenda. And if there is a prosecutor DA in the House, I've been trying to reach out to someone. I have questions on Prop 36. And also, if there's a DBH employee, I'd like to maybe have a word with them too. And congratulations to all the recipient awards today. And yes, this is kind of hard to speak about, but I need to bring awareness that this proposition will help these homeless drug addicts like my son. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening.
Thank you. And I believe you have a representative from the district attorney's office ready to meet you right there. All right. The last request to speak that I have is Garth Pizant.
Item 23, no comment, yay for Article A.
Thank you very much. Do we have any board members who wish to speak on an item or pull it for discussion?
Baca moves.
Thank you for the motion, Supervisor Baca, and the second, Supervisor Hagman. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Thank you, Madam Chair. With that, the consent calendar passes with Supervisor Cook absent.
Thank you very much. We will move on to our discussion calendar, starting with agenda item number 53, various actions pertaining to increased property-related service charge for CSA 70, Zone R34, Big Bear Road, being presented this morning by Noel Castillo. Good morning, Noel.
Good morning, Chair, board members. Next slide. The residents reached out to the Department of Public Works requesting an increase in service levels within the district. The current district revenue isn't enough to support the increased service levels requested. There are 26 private parcels within the district that directly benefit from the services. The service area was established in 1994 to provide road maintenance and snow plowing at the rate of $100 per parcel annually without an inflation factor. The service charge has remained at $100 per parcel per year since its inception. Road resurfacing and additional maintenance are not feasible under the current revenue. Next slide. Here you can see the 26 parcels that are benefiting from it, and the road is in blue. Next slide. The project will pulverize and repave West Villa Grove Avenue, covering just over 1,000 linear feet between Plumas Court and Villa Grove Avenue. The estimated cost for the project is just over $100,000. The project will be funded by a loan from the County Service Area Revolving Loan Fund. The property owners will repay the loan over a 10-year period plus interest. For fiscal year 25-26, the annual service charge will be $699.06. Of this, $468.02 will be fixed for 10 years for the debt service, and the $231.04 will cover ongoing operations and maintenance, subject to annual inflation increase up to 3%. The project will the projected first year annual revenue is $18,175.56. Next slide. Just to let you know, we're certifying the votes. There was a total of 14 votes, 9 yes votes with 5 rejecting. So that concludes my presentation.
Thank you very much. I do not have any requests to speak at this time from members of the public. Do we have any board member questions or comments?
Yes, we see these from time to time, and it always fascinates me. We haven't done anything for like 30 years. So is there a way to be a little, I guess, more proactive, not wait until it gets to the stage you got to pulverize or redo the whole thing, and kind of do that assessment and start having those conversations with the residents a lot earlier? I think most of them probably don't know this is an option for them until they start having the conversations. So, but we have a lot of these roads out there, a lot of the old formulas. There were no formulas. There were no inflation rates. There's nothing that goes up with it. It's the same, maintenance for a long time. So what's the bigger picture here? What can we do to?
Sure. So after the Special Districts was absorbed by the Department of Public Works, we've been actively looking at all these special districts to make sure that we are coming back to put in an inflationary factor to assist with this issue, and also looking and actively collaborating with each special district, talking to the community, making them aware of the challenges that we may have, right? So because of some are similar to this, where it hasn't been updated for 30 years, we're sitting down with the residents to make sure we take measures as we were doing here, where it's bringing it up to today's standards to make sure that we're collecting a fee that is sustainable.
Thank you. So you're looking at the broader picture mostly. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? All right, do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Thank you for the motion, Supervisor Hagman, and the second, Supervisor Baca. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
That, Madam Chair, item number 53 passes with Supervisor Cook absent.
Thank you very much. Item number 54 is a public hearing to consider annexation number 211 into the CFD number 9401, City of Hesperia, for fire suppression services, being presented this morning by Deputy Chief Washington. This item was continued from the September 24th board meeting. I would first, before I open the public hearing, are there any property owners or persons registered to vote in the Community Facilities District who wish to file written protest? If so, they must be filed with the clerk at this time. All right, I will open up the public hearing. And good morning, Chief, over to you.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair, and good morning, Board. I'm here on behalf of Chief Muncie. My name is Bertrell Washington, Deputy Fire Chief for County Fire. Next slide. Community Facilities District number 94-01, Hesperia Annexation number 211. The developer, McDonald's USA, LLC, is developing a Cecil parcel number 0357-561-890000 near the intersection of Mariposa Road and Fashion Way in the city of Hesperia into a commercial property. The APN contains 1.07 net acres. The city's conditions of approval require the developer to annex into the Community Facilities District number 94-01 for the purpose of financing ongoing fire suppression services. The projected annual amount of revenue from the special tax on this APN will be approximately $1,021. The developer is the sole owner of the property and has executed a petition, waiver, and consent forms that request the annexation and waives various time periods and mailed ballot voting election related requirements in order to expedite approval of this annexation. Next slide, please. So here is a boundary map that shows you where this is located and what the parcel boundaries are. Next slide. Recommendations. 1, adopt resolution calling for a special mail ballot election of the property owner of a Cecil parcel number 0357-561-89000 in accordance with Government Code Section 53339.7 regarding the proposed annexation of this parcel into CFD number 94-01. 2, adopt a resolution that A, declares the results of the special mail ballot election and orders the annexation of APN 0357-561-89000 into CFD 94-01, making this parcel subject to the annual special tax for fire suppression services. And B, directs the Secretary of the Board of Directors to cause the recordation of annexation number 211, boundary map with the San Bernardino County Recorder. And C, directs the Secretary of the Board of Directors to cause the preparation and recordation of the notice of special tax lien with the San Bernardino County Recorder within 15 days. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I do not have any requests to speak at this time. Do we have any board members who have questions or comments? All right, I will close the public hearing. And thank you for the motion on, I'm assuming, recommendations number 1 and 2. Thank you very much. So I have a motion from Supervisor Hagman, a second from Supervisor Baca. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
With that, recommendations 1 and 2 are approved with Supervisor Cook absent.
All right, so at this time, I will ask the clerk to open the ballot and tabulate the results of the election and then let us know the results.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The results of the election being in favor of the annexation of parcel 0357-561-89-000 into Community Facilities District 94-01, the board may proceed with the final action. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I have a motion for recommendation number 3 from Supervisor Hagman and a second from Supervisor Baca. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Thank you, Madam Chair. With that, recommendation number 3 is approved with Supervisor Cook absent.
All right, thank you very much. That concludes our discussion items for today. We will now move on, thank you very much, Chief, to our items of public comment that are not on today's agenda. And we will begin with Nancy Richardson, followed by David Igarto. Good morning.
Good morning. You should all have a copy of what I'm about to read, the cease and desist letter. The state of California has passed AB 969, the bill to ban hand counts, enacted in October of 2023 using the urgency clause. The bill states it is to take effect as an urgency statute. Section 2 of the bill states, quote, "This act is an urgency statute necessary for the immediate preservation of the public peace, health, or safety within the meaning of Article 4 of California Constitution, and shall go into immediate effect. The facts constituting the necessity are, in order to ensure that the county elections officials know what voting system they will be using, particularly with the upcoming 2024 March presidential primary. It is necessary for this act to take effect immediately," end quote. The California Constitution, Article 4, Section 8D states in pertinent part, urgency statutes are those necessary for immediate preservation of the public peace, health, or safety. A statement of facts constituting the necessity shall be set forth in one section of the bill. Section 2 fails to state any facts supporting the assertion of a threat to public peace, health, or safety. In this Assembly bill, there are no facts stating either that any election official was unaware of what voting systems they would be using, nor any facts amounting to an urgency within the meaning of California Constitution, Article 4. Additionally, voting by citizens that is accurately counted does not impact public peace, health, or safety. Thus, there is absolutely no logical, legal, or constitutional basis for this alleged urgency. Therefore, the use of the urgency clause to bypass normal legislative process was and is unlawful and deprived the citizens of California of an opportunity for public referendum. Misusing this urgency clause to avoid checks on legislation and prevent public input is an abuse of legislative authority. It prevents the citizens from having a voice in the legislative process as required by the California State Constitution. Article 2, Section 9 of the California Constitution provides for the referendum process in California. Citizens have the power to approve or reject statutes or parts of statutes, except for urgency statutes and some other fiscal exceptions. If the legislature is not properly used,
That's time.
Thank you very much. We have David Igarto, followed by Teresa Radzik.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. You have placed in an unfortunate position here. You are unable to conduct the 2024 general election without breaking either state or federal laws. You cannot comply with newly enacted state laws without breaking federal laws. You cannot comply with federal laws without breaking this newly enacted state law. The Help America Vote Act of 2002, hereafter recognized as HAVA, requires accurate voter rolls to be maintained by local jurisdictions. California counties have hundreds and thousands of ineligible voters on their rolls. This violates HAVA requirement for accuracy and compliance in elections, including the voter rolls. You know this because many citizens have taken it upon themselves to audit the voter rolls because our government does not. And they have found hundreds of thousands of ineligible voters. Some of these citizens have come before officials only to be disparaged and ignored. Many of our elections are decided by less than 100 votes and some less than 10 votes. Inaccurate voter rolls are incontestable facts. The Election Integrity Project California reported that they found 1,834,789 more registered voters than eligible citizens in the state voter rolls, including active and inactive voters. HAVA was enacted due to the 2000 Bush-Gore election debacle, which generally divided voters and destroyed voter trust. Simply articulated, if voter rolls are not accurate and compliant, elections cannot be certified as compliant or accurate, meeting the standard set within HAVA. HAVA was designed to provide a zero-trust model for voting systems, which includes transparency to address trust issues when using electronic voting machines. Although election fraud exists in individual local races, these widespread trust issues do not exist before election or mechanical machines. In addition, HAVA falls under the Civil Rights Act. Therefore, certifying inaccurate and non-compliant elections violates every citizen's civil rights when elections are not accurate or elections have been violated. Thank you.
Thank you. Teresa Radzik, who will be followed by Garth Pazant.
There are financial reasons to comply with HAVA. Not only is HAVA a federal law, but because the county has accepted federal money pursuant to HAVA, it is also under contract law. This county entered a contract with the federal government when it accepted funds from the Help America Vote Act. The Board of Supervisors voted to accept these funds. County council signed off on the contracts, and the ROV clerk recorder agreed to comply with the terms of the contract. If this county follows California law, and specifically AB 969, the county cannot meet the contractual requirements of the Help America Vote Act. If the county intends to follow California law, the county will deprive the citizens of transparency required, resulting in misappropriation of federal funds. Failing to follow the federally mandated HAVA, the county would have to return the HAVA funds to the federal government. If the county returns the HAVA funds, the county cannot pay for the election equipment that the county is required by California law to use. Well, we have a problem then. Each of you swore an oath to the United States Constitution and the Constitution of the State of California. Both constitutions guarantee citizens the right to have their vote accurately counted and to elect their representatives. Your oath is not to the government, but to the Constitution and to the people you represent. Certifying uncertifiable elections in a federal election can reach the level of treason. Do not assume just because county election officials have not been held accountable to this point that they will not be held accountable now and in the future. We pray that those involved do not expose themselves or the county to this financial obligation. We respectfully demand that the county comply with both the California and the federal constitutions, rather than following newly elected and unconstitutional California laws. First, the process must be transparent and the counts must be verified. Second, only eligible voters should be allowed to vote. To meet these requirements, the county should have one-day hand-counted elections requiring ID to vote and mail-in ballots limited to legitimate absentee voters. Your thoughtful consideration of these matters contained in this letter and the requirements of the oath to the United States.
That's time.
Thank you very much. The next request that I have to speak is from Garth Pizant, who will be followed by James Clayton.
Good morning, Garth Pizant Sr., to the Honorable Board of Supervisors. Retired Justice Tani Cantu Sakauye, native of Sacramento, California, well-groomed to take over our state and country. Formerly a deputy district attorney under Wilson, Dumajian, and Schwarzenegger, racist. Sakauye, an Asian Filipino appeals justice, and yet still Black Americans are the most populated in California prisons. What is her name doing being dedicated and inscribed on the San Bernardino District Courthouse? I recommend a replacement favoring the late pioneer for our defense, a man of whom 40 local justices have attempted to oust from the local justice center permanently, a Black American, a Mr. Frederick Pugh Sr. Why? Check the court archives, if they let you. Master Margaret Cashin has recently been awarded a $7-digit million budget supplemented from our County Board of Supervisors to house animals to be spayed and neutered as her pets. The con being named as Animal and Cat Protection. Now she is threatening to sue the county if she does not get more support for this ridiculous mission. Animals and felines were constructed to fend for themselves in our ecosystem better than humans who learn survival from animals. Quoting Master Margaret Cashin's alleged words, you done good, Buford. Now I'm gonna screw you. Now, if the county doesn't make the behemoth and the fly my pets, I will raise this county down. Thomas Song, County Public Defender. It is of my experience that your office's supervising receptionist, Erica McDaniels, is treacherously derailing and evasive toward the defense client. Would I be within reason to request that she direct the client to whom such client is searching out? It seems to me that she is a receptionist, not an attorney nor an investigator. I ask that she is instructed to help the client navigate his way, do the appropriate services, and not play the part of investigator nor attorney.
Thank you very much. The last request to speak that I have is from James Clayton.
I don't know what I have to do to make this work.
I think it's on now.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is such a refreshing thing to see the public involved with the government this way. I wanted to mention a little problem that I'm having. I live in Forest Falls, have lived there for 21 years, and we've had a lot of trouble getting fire prevention inspections. The Los Angeles Times recently ran a nice article about the Fire Safe Council and the work that they've done over in the San Gabriel area that's, they thought greatly decreased the damage and the acreage and the expense of the, what is it, the bridge fire, I guess? And I think we need a Fire Safe Council in Forest Falls. We're not getting any help up there. They have a fellow that's more interested in selling real estate over in Angeles Oaks, where he wears the Fire Safe Council hat over there, than he is helping out where he actually lives in the Forest Falls community. And I think they need to get somebody up there doing that. I think code enforcement also with the county could be a big help in Forest Falls if they would get out and do that. Try to get some brush removed, try to get some defensible space going. Also, we've been reporting to the sheriff's office. We've got a young man with special needs. He's retarded in his development. It's the only way I know how to describe him. He is about 15, 16 years old, going on kindergarten. And he rides a mini bike that's got like a lawnmower engine on it. He rides it up and down the public roads all weekend long. And we've called the sheriff and asked them, and of course they put you through to CHP and say, well, that's CHP's jurisdiction. And they're not going to send somebody from Lake Arrowhead or from Muscoy up there to lay for this fellow so they can catch him. If there's a resident deputy in the mountains, he needs to get down there and find out the times of day that this young man is doing this. And instead, the sheriff's office up there seems to be majoring in the minors. They seem like errand boys for the realtors and the developers. And I'd like to talk to somebody with the sheriff's office about specifics on that problem as well. But again, I want to thank you for this public comment on everything. And you do an excellent job with your agendas and supporting documents and that sort of thing online to where people can be prepared when they come to these meetings. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That is the last request to speak that I have. Our next regularly scheduled Board of Supervisors meeting will be on October 22nd, where I have the opportunity to represent the Board of Supervisors at a ceremony honoring a Holocaust survivor, David Weiner. And so I will likely not be in attendance that day. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you very much.